That's what pays to put food in your kid's mouth.
Wow. You hit something.
Probably 15 or 20 grand.
Ouch.
You can tell that HOA to call me and I'm gonna tell them to suck my fucking, there's people that don't even have a house right now from the storm.
Is that brake lock? No.
He called me raising absolute hell. I really went for a ride then.
I'm about to be finished up here in Asheville. I ain't forgot about you. I just been kind of short on help here.
Dude, I don't care one bit. You're good. It don't make no difference at all to me, man.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Yeah,
let
yeah.
you know we're trying to get finished up here on this Duke Energy job.
Take your time, man. That shit ain't going nowhere. We got room to stage it now that you got the whole top done, you know. So
Okay.
do your
All
thing.
right,
Do your
sweet.
thing. Just use it as time filler, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah. Good deal. Yeah, we're about to get finished up with this storm shit. We'll be back to our regular scheduled program.
That's right. That's right. All right, man. Holler at me if you need me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, see you, brother.
There's a lot of stuff in it. I don't want y'all to quote something cheap just based off of the shell of a house. And
House is so bad, obviously it's condemned. Just the floors are falling through and shit. They thought they'd get $150,000 out of it. Push the condemnation back through, so now they're gonna demo it. Sometimes they don't care what the price is, whoever can get to it fastest. It is a hoarder house. Probably just as much shit inside the house as the actual demo.
When you could start and how long do you think it'd take?
I'll walk the 210 down the asphalt road right now.
He's got payments on a new machine. He might beat me.
It's just the structure though, right? Nothing around it.
Yeah, that's what she wants us to get that tree out. And plus, it's close to the house. You probably need to get around it.
Yeah, we'll have to move it.
Exactly. I'd rather that be a known cost than.
It's nothing on our end, you know.
Yeah.
To the shop. What about that power? When are they supposed to drop that stuff?
I'm leaving it for right now
Until
to see if asbestos needs power.
Ah, okay. All
Because
right.
he's coming later today.
One thing that I seen was that plastic, but it could be insulation too.
That and them little square tiles in the ceiling.
Yeah, I've seen those. I think they're newer though, hopefully. I'll send you something over this little while.
Up the hill, there's like two big pines. It's the second big pine, I think is as far as you need to clear to.
First pine tree's gonna have to go, right?
Yeah, and then you'll get all the way to the base of the second one probably to get enough dirt out of there.
Yeah, and Legend asked if he's just shear cutting it.
Nah, slope it in, like a
Okay.
2 to 1.
Where do you want it staged?
The brush, place it on the other side of the road where that knuckle boom can back in there and load himself out. Customer owns all that.
Well, I'll have Matt down here at the grapple, and Legend can just put it in the road and he can move it. You know,
Alright.
they can cut it and then he can place it over there. I'll run up in that 308 and do some clearing up there.
I'm already done with this meeting, so I'm heading your way. Someone leave the fucking key on? What's the matter with it? Fucked up? Wow.
Must have hit something and hit that. That's what he was saying, was he hit something.
What?
I don't know what would...
Block.
But it's not like that, is it?
This is gonna take forever to jump. The starter's not fuck up.
I don't feel like they really floated up from the storm like he said, because there's other shit over there, but I guess if the water did come as high as it was, that wouldn't still be sitting there like that, right? What you got going on? Is that lot that you were asking me about?
So I've got like a month to do my diligence.
Uh-huh.
It looks like someone in the other lot next door has dug 3 holes.
Yep, perk holes.
I'm supposed to check mine, but they did have colluvium in their samples.
Uh-huh.
But supposedly the guy across the street has colluvium, the guy next door has colluvium. Everybody got septic, so I don't know. I need to know what step I need to take now. Should I try to apply for some kind of permit for perking, or hire a perk guy, or...
If you've only got a month, you better just get a soil scientist. The environmental is 6 to 8 weeks. They're for sure taking longer than 6. I've been waiting for over 6 myself on a well permit, but a soil scientist can come right out and tell you, you know, what it looks like. That soil looks good in those pictures, but
it looks like it's had some rain in it, so you can't really tell for sure. But yeah, you can call a soil scientist. You know, someone will have to excavate the holes for him, and then you know, he can check the soil and even write you a permit that you just give to environmental at that point.
How would I look up a soil scientist?
I'll send you a phone number right now.
Yeah.
He's been helping me a bunch the last couple of weeks since environmental's taken so long. I think he charges like $1,000 for your preliminary and $1,000 for the backup, so it's probably gonna be close to $2,000, which environmental only costs you $75, but you won't get it done if you only have a month of due diligence. And he can kind of work with you too on moving it around a little bit and being creative for where you want the house to go and where you want the septic to go and all that, you know. So I just pay him to do all mine. It's a little more cost up front, but you know, keeps the ball rolling pretty quick. Sometimes his prices are different on some of the lots, just depending on how much work he has to do. So it may be cheaper, maybe just a little bit more, but I don't think I've ever paid more than $2,000 on it.
I was probably going to hire someone, or you, I don't know how busy you are, but I want to bulldoze the land flat, just kind of start with like a fresh canvas.
Yeah.
And get the slope in the land right, so there's not, I mean, right now it's kind of like, it looks like it's been farmland for the last 100 years.
That's what it looks like to me.
And it's just been tilled and ground up 1,000 times. What would it cost if you had like 1.5 acres or 2 acres to just bulldoze it flat and get a good start?
You want to try to cut like a foot of soil off, probably. I can see in the one picture that looks like there's at least 12 inches of that loom on the top, you know, where they've just tilled it. So yeah. What would you do with all that soil? Is there a lower part of the yard that you could push it into, or does it need to get hauled off site? Or
So I'd kind of want to build up the bank on the creek side.
Acre's pretty good bit to blade off. I'd say you're probably gonna, just shooting off the hip without seeing it, probably 15 or 20 grand.
Ouch.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
Couple days. That's a lot of dirt to push. A foot deep over an acre is a lot of dirt to move. Probably need a hoe and a dozer and something to move on-site truck.
If it's yours, what would you do?
That you'll never get a good yard with all that soil like that. You'll never get it compacted. Even riding a mower through there, especially after a rain or something, the mower will track it up. You know,
4 acres up on the ridge that I can develop later if I want.
I don't know what you're looking to build right now, but if it's, you know, a smaller build, it might be cheaper to just put it up there at first.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate the phone number, and I'll call him right now and see if I can get something scheduled.
All right. If you need me to meet him on site to do the digs, let me know. We'll try to help you out. All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro. See ya. So for years, shit rolls off that mountain and down into the field. That's all it is. It's just like loose soils that have rolled, rocky, shitty soil, you know. Well, obviously that soil's not good for anything. You can't build on top of it. It makes everything soft. The septic isn't good there, you know, but you dig down deep enough and you get below that, you know.
You want me to just take this down? Put the dirt
just keep doing what you're doing, going out through there, I guess, and reach down and grab any of that brush that you can as you go. Throw it back up in this road, and then they can use the grapple, pull it up out. We do need to cut a road. You can kind of see where I started.
Down in there.
Down to go to that trail for his side by side later on.
Just for now?
Yeah.
Take it back up.
We'll bring a bunch of that dirt down to that end, and then let the 317 come up and throw it up. And then he can hand dirt up to you in this, and you can throw it up to the top.
You need fabric on top of the gravel, right?
Yeah, I told him to do that the other day. I don't know why it's not done yet. You know, that's going to take fucking 10 loads of dirt right there. Once we're done in here with the skid steers, we'll want to put this whole slope back into this.
You can dump off that in.
Probably fuck up all that gravel up there though. We got plenty extra because you called for 10 extra loads. This guy down here, before we move the 317 back up here, the guy in the hole wants 6 of the half blocks, which are already on the trailer. We just need to drive it down there, let him offload them at his barn at the bottom, and then pull back out.
How much wider does it need to be? A couple feet?
Then what you got? You mean?
I mean up here. You can probably walk along that.
I just bring it all down just a little bit, and you'll be fine. Just don't try to leave a little bit against this bottom of the block.
I got this ready, and I got a big ass pile ready.
Of clean dirt?
Clean as it's gonna be.
Yeah. I guess we're just waiting on that truck to get back here now.
He texted me a little while ago and said he was getting a cap put on right then, so it shouldn't be real long before he gets back. Alright, I'll see you in a minute.
Hold that fucking camera steady, will you?
Fucking clutch is almost out already. I'm working it here.
She likes it. I like it so much running harder. We would have really went for a ride then. How'd you know? Besides this job and that fucking West Jefferson job, this truck's took a beat. Need that fabric to run all the way. I gotta go get more.
How much more?
Another roll.
Oh.
It only covers half. The top one's probably good, but the bottom one needs 2 rolls. 2 pieces.
The width?
Yeah.
Alright. You run this for a few minutes.
Hey, your PTO ain't in. Electrical inspection?
Yeah, it looks good.
Sweet.
Golly, son, she's a doozy, ain't she?
Huh. She's a special one, that's for damn
I'll
sure.
tell you, son, I was trying to have you back, son. She just went off. I was like, oh, listen, lady, I was like, code only requires 1 outlet, this whole thing. She just kept going on and on. She's like, I don't know why you didn't put me more outlets on the bottom instead of the top. And I'm like, well, I mean, I said, to be honest with you, I said, code only requires 1 outlet in this whole thing.
Yeah. She ain't even asked me for no more outlets.
And then she's like, I keep calling and calling, and I can't get nothing done. I said, well, there's a process. I said, I got to come verify all this electrical's good before they come insulate and everything. Yeah, she's a busy, son.
She also hasn't called me a single time, but whatever. She tried to put it back on you about that foot and drain and shit too, like I knew she would. Before y'all even come out there, she said, I was just calling the inspections to make sure that they got the order in, and I said, they got the order, they don't miss them, you know, they come through.
Yeah, she's an old lady, ain't got nothing to do, man, sit there and complain.
Started that before the storm, and then, you know, we're doing all that storm work and didn't get back over there to pour the slab, and she called me raising absolute hell and was like, it's the HOA is not going to give me no more time to build this, so we got to get started on it. And I was like, you can tell that HOA to call me, and I'm going to tell them to suck my fucking dick. There's people that don't even have a house right now from the storm, you know. The HOA ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it. There's never been a house built in there that's been on time. It was really just her rushing. We're almost done though. All we gotta do is put them windows in and that door on, and we're done. It's not gonna be a finished garage, so she didn't want to spend the money on finishing it. I suspect she's gonna try to find some handyman to finish it out or something. We're just gonna get it dried in and call for final and be done on our end. We're waiting on the garage door folks now and those windows to get in, and then we are gonna finish the little hallway, but that's it. You know, those 2 things I can't move that along. It's out of my control. Here's another thing is, you know, you see how high that foundation is from the driveway. You know, her and I had talked about creating a step to go into the hallway in there, and then when the mason got there, she told him she didn't want no step, and didn't realize it was going to change all the grade outside. You know, we're gonna have to bring all that grade up in the front, you know, for positive drainage, which is all a change order. You know, she's gonna have to pay for all that, but so that's why I ain't fooled with that that drain yet. It's always these fucking jobs too, man, where the customer calls me. You know, we ain't built in a long time. We've just been doing our own stuff. You know, we ain't building for customers, and every single time one of these older customers calls me with their sob story about they can't get no one to do it, and I feel bad and go and do it, this is exactly what happens. I'll let the electrician know that that electrical look good, and they'll just have to go in and put covers and stuff on once we're finishing up there.
You just gonna use regular insulation in there, or are you gonna?
We're not even insulating. I think it's kind of silly because we're putting a mini split in there for her, you know, and she doesn't want to pay to insulate it. But like I said, I assume she's just having.
Well, see, it's what she was just. She's like, I paid him to insulate, and I was like, well, he can't insulate until I do the electrical inspection.
Yeah. No, it's not being insulated, so.
That'll be another discussion.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for sure. That's how it's been every single step of the way, and we went over all of it. See, she changed the whole plan several different times, and I've had to rewrite that contract 4 or 5 different times, you know, so she should be extremely aware of what's going on. But whatever, man, every single step is like this, you know, living a dream.
Good luck dealing with that lady up there.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I'll need
You're
it.
gonna need it.
Yeah, that's right.
For sure, son.
Alright, dude, I'll call you on more on the next one.
Alright, bro, I'll see you, man.
Perfect. Some in the single action, some in the skid steer. Just put a shitload of dirt down there. And another dirt. Do you see any other markers to the woods right through there? Huh? I'd have to clear more of them? Yeah.
Probably hauling like
I got 60 more.
he hasn't even covered that bottom wall, has he?
No, he's just now getting to the very end. And we still got a stack in front of both walls on that end, a block high in the middle, a lot at the top, because not only do we got to come up to the top of the block, but we got to blend. And at the very end, when you first come in, it's got to stack up all the way to the top, you know? That's fucking 20-something feet, you know? There's probably 30 loads. That's gonna go right there in front. Made Legend take a picture of the hours on that. You're gonna need to do a really good job keeping up with the time on the truck, skid steer. It's really about all that we're gonna have in that. Is that brake lock? No. Probably just gonna have to leave 3 people here moving dirt and bring the laborers and shit somewhere else. I'll just take the 50 somewhere and I'll go to that Black Mountain job and put that culvert in and get some gravel out there. That way the carpenters can get in there. You go ahead and bring the trailer home tonight.
Does that other skid steer have to get returned, or can you use it?
Yeah, it should have been returned Saturday, so we probably didn't bring it home. Do you want to bring the 333 back to the shop and we can just have Colton move dirt up there? This is his last week here, so yeah, might as well let him run the dirt to the bottom. It's as simple as just stacking it up.
Yeah.
All we're going to be able to do is stack as much dirt as we can in there for now, and then bring the 317 up to throw it up the hill, you know. I'll take the 50 and do what I need to do for now.
Alright, I'll bring the 333.
Alright.
We're done with forks, right? I can bring both those home.
Yeah, because you can always load the block at the bottom out with the hoe.
Alright.
I'm leaving. I'm going back to the shop. Got me Red Bull. Got one? I got a white one here. I got it this morning, so I didn't drink it. Thank you.
I'm trying viciously to be able to set my guys up on a job and have them do a task without me having to come out there the following day and then have done something completely different.
Yeah.
Do you have like a job layout form? Not layout form, but I mean a job layout from a previous job that you might be able to send me by chance?
It sounds like you need like a punch list of, hey, this is what needs to be done. You should be able to take anybody to a job that's done it as long as your guys have and show them what to do, and you leave and be able to go run your business. And here's an ideal situation for me. I'll bring the guys, show them what to do. The job gets done. I come, you know, last little bit there, and maybe it's not done to my standard and we just button up a few little things. That's how it should happen, you know. If the guys aren't capable of doing that, no piece of paper is gonna make them capable of that. It can help a system, you know, of, hey, this is how we build this kind of retaining wall, step 1 through 20. And I do believe people should have that type of stuff. But it sounds like to me you're needing like a job checklist, right? Like, did this get done? Did this get done? Did this get done?
And it's not even that intensive. And have you heard of Onyx, the Honey Gap?
Yes, yeah, we use it often, yeah.
The guys have Onyx, and I will color code the property on what needs to be cleared, where a stockpile is going for burning later on, or whatever. When I got to the job, the burn pile is in front of the fucking house. It was never supposed to be in front of their house. And it's on GPS. Like, you can look at your phone, you can see where you're at, you can see where I've marked.
What did you say? What did you say when that happened?
I blew a top because now this motherfucker's 16 foot high and we gotta move it all.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck did y'all do that.
Yeah.
He was like, well, you pointed over this way. And I was like, look at Onyx. It's on Onyx.
Who did that? Because I know you have a stud. Was it him or was it one of the other guys?
The other got fired.
The laborer?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. He interrupted me while I was talking to a client about how to do the job, and then copped an attitude with me when I tried to shut him off so I could finish talking to the client.
Holy shit,
get in your truck and go home.
Holy shit. Tough spot that you're in, because it sounds like to me there's a bit of carelessness that happened, you know, of if you told them, you don't need nothing more than what you're doing, man. I mean, goddamn, if you've put it on the fucking GPS and showed them this is where it needs to go and it didn't get done there, I mean, what more can you do other than go do it your fucking self, you know?
That's what I feel. But if I go back and do every single job, then I'm gonna fire everyone and just do it my damn self.
Right, yeah. And what did a day of moving that much debris cost you? You know what I mean? I mean, that's a lot. Down days.
Oh yeah, it cost me another $600.
Yeah.
I mean, between fuel, labor, and you know, time.
We did your daily numbers before, and it was more than that, right? So your direct cost was $600, but what did it cost not producing work for a day? You got to think too when you do that, and this is what I try to explain to my guys, and no one ever fucking understands, is whatever you have a down day, it costs you 3 times. It costs you, number one, the day to fix it. Number two, a day that you should be producing more money. And number 3, the opportunity cost. So it's really 3 times of cost, you know. It's not 6, it's 18, you know. You know, that's a person problem. It's not a system problem or, you know, a chart or anything. I mean, if you made it that clear, you put it on the GPS on Onyx for him, and he didn't stick to it, I'd be pissed if I was you, bro. I'd be losing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, little simple things like that too, you know, they're worse than big things because it's just carelessness, you know.
We're doing a fence line clearing, but we're grubbing all the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get a call from him, and he's like, yeah, I got this area cleared. What do you want me to do next? And I'm like, there's another area marked on there too. Go to that area.
Mm-hmm.
And grub that one.
Yeah. Are you advertising for hiring?
I want to wait till the season starts back up, and then get, you know, 2 more guys when I actually need them. When I had that other, he was learning, but he did a lot of sitting. We do have some labor work, but for the most part, we're in machines. That if I can't put him in a certain spot on a machine because of the liability side of it, you know, there's not a ton I can do there. I'm not going to risk my machine or risk his safety. We stay away from anything that's too labor intensive just because, 1, I don't have the manpower. 2, you know, at the end of the day, we're an equipment company. He wasn't really operating a ton, and at first I wanted him to learn, and then he started learning, but that he was sitting more than he was actually operating. Yeah. For various reasons. But I mean, it's still, I don't think that we necessarily need another guy at the moment.
I think that your current operator needs to know that you're looking for more operators, though. If you got multiple machines, ideally you want all machines working at all times anyway, you know, so I don't think you need to be advertising for labor. Both things that you're saying is like, you know, he's not pushing himself to move forward on the jobs or do it correctly. Do you feel like he's maybe complacent?
The other guy that I had ran him down to, he like brought both of them down with him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does.
And he just had a bad attitude, and so I think he's hit that rut that the other guy put him in of, we're just doing this, and I could put him on a machine, and then I was just watching him or whatever. I gotta pull him back out of that rut. Be like, hey man, you know, we're here to fucking work and make money. And if we don't make money, you don't have a job.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Does he understand the reality of that? Or does he think, well, I don't give a fuck, I'll just go find another job?
I mostly think it's only been 2 weeks since we let that guy go. So now he's back on a machine 24/7.
Yeah.
And so he's starting to get it. I'm probably going to give it another week, or we're going to have another talk about it.
I would go ahead and start advertising for help, and I'd have the conversation with him sooner than later. And I'd ask him, you know, I just bluntly be like, dude, you know, you're making silly mistakes. Feel like you're maybe in a place of complacency, you know, is that what's going on? If so, you know, how do I help? It doesn't matter what someone tells you, because they're all going to promise you the world. You're just going to have to see what his actions say after that, and And I would suggest to move very, very quickly if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's bad. If he continues the way he is, no matter what he tells you, it's gonna keep costing you, man. You know, I mean, it sounds like you're doing all you need to do. I know it's a hard spot to be in, but I'll tell you this, another one of the guys on the calls, he was in the same spot for a very long time. He's got a whole new crew now, and he's fucking killing it, dude. He didn't want to let any of his crew go because he felt like he wouldn't be able to replace them. Finally ended up letting them go one at a time for whatever reasons. You know, really focused hard on getting some new guys in. And there's guys out there that can do what you need them to do. They're hard to find. You'll find them. Don't feel stuck to having the same guys if they're not gonna do what you need them to do, you know. I know that sounds like easy advice. I know it's hard, dude. It's just what has to be done, man. If you can't leave the guys on the job and they get done. At the end of the day, dude, you need to have the driving factor of that's what pays to put food in your kid's mouth, you know. And decisions are much easier made when you think of it that way. Those folks can go find other jobs that may be more suitable for them. There's plenty of jobs in the world that complacency is fun to be at, you know. Running heavy equipment that can kill you in a second is fucking not the place for it.
I'll let you go. I'm pulling up to this job site.
Good luck. Start advertising like hell for some help.
Will do. Thanks, John.
See you, brother.
So you guys were asking how we lost money during the storm. That's why I don't like this goddamn shit. Homeowner's probably gonna be watching us too. All right, so a lot of you guys were asking how we lost money during. I'm not doing it right now.